Carrying more than a hint of snow, a southwesterly wind gusted up from the channel, spattering the school's plate-glass windows with sleety drops. Mr. Rapson began to shout. Not a natural disciplinarian, he found he kept better control this way, and was gratified by the knowledge that most of the boys at St. Magnus School, Seaford, were frightened of him. He affected a military style that most were familiar with from their own fathers, peremptory and predictable. "Come along, no footer today, so we're going for a healthy walk. In pairs. Morrison, I said, pairs. How many boys go to a pair? 2? That's right, not 3. Drummond, no one to walk with? Walk with Spielman. Come on, Spielman, get a move on." Jackie Drummond didn't want to walk with Spielman. He didn't like Spielman. He had sticking-out teeth, and he never stopped talking, mostly giving rambling accounts of books he'd just read. At least he didn't expect a reply. This left Jackie free to work on his new plan, to run away as soon as possible. Running away. The biggest sin you could commit, they said. But Jackie had heard of boys escaping from school. The older boys still talked about Peterkin, who'd run away 10 years ago and never been brought back. Then there was Renfrew, who'd been in the year above Jackie. They said he'd been sacked for bad behaviour and sent to another school, but his best friend had other ideas. "Done a bunk," was his judgment. "Skipped off in the dead of night. Never even told me he was going." The best friend's knowing smirk gave out quite a different message. He'd collaborated. There were things he could tell, and probably had told, to the staff. Jackie learned from this. Even if he'd had a friend, he wouldn't breathe a word of his plans to him. If you're going, just go. Confide in no one. For the 100th time he reviewed the possibilities and consulted the list his mother had given him. He'd copied it into an exercise book to be on the safe side, but he carried with him the original in his mother's familiar handwriting. A charm, a talisman to be consulted when life got tough. There were Aunt Florence and Aunt Dorry in Brighton, only 5 miles away. This option had the advantage that he could walk there, but the disadvantage that he could swiftly be brought back again. It was the first place they'd look. There were Mr. and Mrs. Masters in Camberley, but he wasn't sure where Camberley was, and he didn't like them very much anyway. His preference was for Uncle Dougal and Aunt Jenny, his father's Scottish cousins in Perthshire. But Perthshire was a very long way away, and travelling on the railways over here was expensive. The fare alone was over £2.